What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. If you're new to the Martin crew, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell that whenever we post a video you can see and watch our fun-filled videos. So today is Thanksgiving Day. So mommy surprised us for Thanksgiving. She came in late last night on a flight. It was so late I didn't bother to vlog anything. But then the kids were so surprised to wake up and see her this morning, Thanksgiving morning. And so they didn't know that Tajay was also coming. So I picked them up. I told them that mommy left her bag at the airport and they should come with me to go get the bag. And then they ran into Tajay, so that was a major surprise for them as well.
Daddy, what are we doing at the airport?
It's a surprise!
We're supposed to be here to pick up Mom's bag. That's what got here. Right?
I don't know what this is all about, but
We were supposed to pick up Mom's bag.
So guys, this ride to the airport was very long. I don't know, Thanksgiving Day I think is the worst time to travel, but it's the highest travel day in the year next to Christmas. So it normally takes us like 45 minutes to an hour from our house to get to the airport, but today it took us 2 hours. 1 hour to get on the airport and another hour just to get to the terminal to pick up Tajay. So that was a crazy fun ride with these kids chipper chatting in my ears.
Wanna come inside with me to pick up Mom's bag?
yeah, me, I want to.
Why aren't you sitting down? Go sit down before you get me into jail.
Ow! I just wanted to lay down right.
I don't understand.
Look at her. In the mirror. Won't sit in her chair. Okay, the police is coming. Look over there.
You can see for yourself the traffic. The traffic is just crazy. It took us like 20 minutes from the entrance of the arrival area to door 4 where Tajay was. But anyway, it was fun though because Chanel made him out from a far ways off, as if she was expecting him. So I think that was.
Is that Tajay?
Same as in the yellow shoe.
Daddy?
Oh my God.
It looks like. Who is that guy? He looks so skinny.
Is that Tajay? Tajay!
Hold on. Sit down so you don't fall out. Sit down.
Oops.
Let's go give Lucas his hug. Oh wait, hold on. Let's go inside because they're not gonna charge me. Go on.
Come, go in the seat, Chanel. Go in the seat.
Sit
Go in
down,
the
sit down.
seat.
Let me go on the next. Alright, you go on that side. You go on that side. Let me sit in your seat.
Come, go over. All the way over. All the way over. All the way over. Tajay's home. Tajay surprised them.
Tajay!
Tajay's home for
You
Thanksgiving.
miss me? Okay. Mwah. You coming back with me? Hold on.
I want to sit on your lap.
Alright, open that. Alright. Ooh. There you go. Want to do moon? You let mommy cook all the food.
I'm a big old man.
You're a big old man. Where's my if you bring me?
The kids are happy and the entire family is home for Thanksgiving. So this is our first Thanksgiving really ever, because last year when we bought the house we didn't do anything. Yes, we had a dinner as usual, but it wasn't anything crazy to say vlog about. But this year we wasn't even planning to have anything this year because mom was supposed to be away, Tajay was supposed to be away as well, but their deployment was delayed and then they decided to come home. So I didn't even prepare anything for Thanksgiving. Normally I would bake ahead of time and all this good stuff, but then because they're all here we all end up pitching in the kitchen and get everything done. So I was baking with Chanel and Lucas. Mom and her mom was there preparing other portion of the meal. So it was just a crazy bumping into each other in the kitchen. Luckily we had a big kitchen, so just watch this video as I fast forward through everything. And guys, if you're interested in baking Christmas cake, that's fruit cake, Jamaican fruit cake, I'll post, just give me a comment, say something in the comments. That way I'll know to give a detailed video as to how to prepare it from start to scratch. But this, you can see everything that I'm doing, but you won't be able to see everything, like all the ingredients and the whole procedure, because the video is moving so fast. It was it took everything took like maybe 4 hours to prepare, because mixing up the batter and everything together took me like maybe an hour somewhere there. Baking time for the cake and the baking, everything took me like an hour to mix the cake, and the baking time was like 2 hours. So as I'm saying, guys, if you're interested in learning how to make Christmas cake, please leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up on this video, and I'll go through and bake another batch of cake, giving more details as to how everything is done. That way you guys can have it for Christmas. So in this video you might have noticed that I'm using a scoop to do everything. So because I don't have a scale, a kitchen scale, I googled the measurement, converted everything from pounds to cups. So those scoops that you see that I'm using is actually cup measurements that I'm using. So what I started out with is 3 pounds of sugar, which is 6 cups of sugar, 2 pounds of butter. It should have been 3 pounds of butter, but I scaled down on the butter, so 2 pounds of butter, and then you cream that together. You add, for each pound of flour, it's 4 eggs, based on my ratio, my recipe. So those eggs that you see me putting in there, and you might have seen me scooping out something out of the egg. So the way I grew up in the kitchen, because my mom ran a restaurant and a bakery when I was a child, and whenever she's doing eggs, she removed the little thing in it. We call it the egg eyes, some people say it's a placenta, whatever it is. We remove it because my mom thought it made everything a bit raw. The cake had that egg smell, so you remove that just to cut down on the smell. And then we use like lime juice or almond water to help eliminate that egg scent from the cake as well. So as I'm saying, if you want me to do another video with more details, giving you all the ingredients, all the measurement and the procedure, please drop me a comment. That way I can know I could go ahead and do it, because I have no problem baking, because my wife will eat up all this cake in one sitting, because she loves fruit cake. So some of the stuff that I have in here are, so as I was saying, 3 pounds of sugar, 2 pounds of butter, that is just 1 tub of butter that I scooped out in there. I use 8 eggs in this because I was trying to cut down on moisture, because when I'm doing the blending of the fruits, that's gonna be a lot of moisture as well, and I didn't want to run into problems, so I cut back with the eggs. And with the eggs, when with cut eggs are like a raising agent, and so if you cut back on egg, then you have to add more baking powder to make up for the egg that you're cutting back from. Alright, so baking powder helps to raise everything. So with this, 4 cups of flour is 1 pound, so I'm using 3 pounds of flour in this cake. So you see me using 3 scoops. So procedure, let me go over this again. So cream, egg, sugar and butter together. Then you can put in your spices. So you saw me scooping in like 3 tablespoons of mixed spice. So that's powder. I prefer to use powdered ingredients instead of liquid ingredients, because you can get nutmeg essence, almond essence and stuff like that, but then that's additional moisture that you're adding to the mixture, which is gonna be a problem in the long run, because if the cake is too soft, if the batter is too soft, then you'll end up with something more like a pudding instead of a cake. So I try not to put too much moisture in the beginning. So when it comes down to the end, if I need more, then I'll add more moisture. in the form of either wine or fruit. So that's browning that I'm pouring in. For this ingredient, I'm using 2 bottles of browning as well. So I put in 1 for now, just because the flour was getting a bit thick, and I add 1 right now just for moisture. So I never use water in my cake. I use all the ingredients that are necessary to make up the batter. So the browning is essential for color. It doesn't have anything else to it, doesn't have flavor or anything. So I usually put 2 bottles of browning in my cake. However, I do not pour both bottles at the same times, because sometimes if I'm running into problem with moisture, I will eliminate 1 or maybe half bottle of browning just to keep me within the right texture for the batter. So I pour in 1. So this is it now. We got fruits, so I steam the fruits in wine just to make them soft. So after everything, I blended 8 cups of fruits. That's basically 3 pounds of fruits. So I have an 8-ounce blender jar, and I use that for another measurement as well, because I'm not using the scale. So once I blended those also add moisture to the batter. So I mix in a little of that with the flour that was there, and then I get my texture. So if you notice that some of the video was skipped, 2 things happened. My phone died in the middle of the video, and I didn't notice that it wasn't recording because I was so busy. And then after that, my mixer stopped working. So I had to finish everything using that spoon. So you see that spoon right there? So that's me just fluffing in the baking powder in it. And that's not an easy task, because you have to do that right in order not to get it lumped up. Because baking powder, it doesn't taste nice if it's lumped up in the cake. So you get that fluffed out, and that way the cake can rise evenly. Alright, so that's me scraping down everything from the edges and ensuring that everything is all mixed out and ready to go into the oven. So with this amount, this is I think this is a 3 gallon container, and from this I got 8-inch tins of cake from it. So that I got 8-inch tin of cake from this mixture. So with this, I grease all my tins, as you're seeing me here, and then I full the tins with the stuff. So I use basically 4 cups of mixture in each baking tin, and that will ensure proper filling. If you put too much in the tins, then during the baking process they might boil over into the oven, and then that's a problem that you don't need. It's gonna be burning, it's gonna be a lot of smoke. Trust me, it has happened to me before, and it's not something you want to deal with, because you have all that stuff to clean up. So the regular butter you just use to paint it in the can. You could use your hands if you don't have any of these brush, but I can't deal with the grease, so I just use a brush to just brushing the butter in the cans. And I have my daughter helping me out, so she has been helping me all evening with everything. So during this time, the oven is preheated to 350 degrees. That's debatable. It could be 300, within the range of 300 to 350 degrees, and that will give you like a 2-hour bake time. So based on, depending on the size of your baking tins, it could be plus or minus a few minutes, but after an hour and a half, I basically start checking it. Once you put your stuff in the oven, do not go checking it every minute, because it will cause a problem. You lose heat from the oven, and then the cakes won't rise the way they're supposed to. Sorry guys, you notice my mom hasn't been in the kitchen any at all throughout this entire video, and that's because I deliberately forced her out of the kitchen. Every time she comes, I'm like, Mom, go back to your room. So my reason for doing that is 2 years ago, she had her first stroke on Thanksgiving, and ever since that I've been like very much, it's like a deja vu moment every time it comes to Thanksgiving and cooking. So we had Thanksgiving dinner, she was cooking all day and everything. We sat down, we had dinner, and then after dinner, about an hour, she started having this seizure, and everything went crazy from there. She was in a coma state for a little bit. We took her to the hospital, and then we saw that her sugar was over 700. So what had happened is that she was having this memory issue, and none of us knew that it was happening. So she constantly forgot to take her medication, and then her sugar got so bad that it went to her brain, something like that. I don't know what happened, but she had a stroke because of the diabetes. So that's why mom hasn't been in the kitchen. So we're pretty much done right here, putting all the butter in the can. So this is what I'm putting in. I'm just putting in some fresh fruits that wasn't cooked, just because I wanted some color in the cake when you cut it open. So that's not really necessary. It's just that's a preference. So that's what they call mixed fruit or mixed peel. So it's a bunch of papaya, orange skin, and a bunch of stuff, but it's processed stuff, and that give you a little color. Most people put cherry in there as well, but for me, most times I blended everything, like blended all the prunes and the raisin in the initial state. So that's pretty much it. So my daughter has been helping me throughout this entire process. And she got tired of me just about now because she wanted to put food color in the cake. You saw that little box she had, and I'm like, no, it's not time for food coloring. Food coloring is not for these cakes. So with these cakes, I pretty much the tin, with fruit cakes or any cake for that matter, you shouldn't fold the tin all the way up. So with this, I use like 4 cups of mixture in each tin. That cake is to about halfway filled. Once you put that in the oven and the cooking process starts, then everything will be swollen, should I say risen, to a full tin. If you put more than that halfway tin, you're gonna have a problem where everything spills and burns and the smoke all over the place that we don't want to deal with. So that's pretty much it for my fruit cake. Alright guys, so we're pretty much done here. I'm just gonna put these in the oven, and then the feast begins from here on. So alright guys, if you're joining us for the first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Martin Crew, and drop me a comment. Tell me what you want me to prepare next, because I will be trying to do more cooking videos. Just tell me if you need a full breakdown of this recipe and all the procedure, and I'll do another batch of baking. Alright, so pretty much my mom joined us in the kitchen afterwards. I'm just gonna let you guys see my crazy family having fun from here on out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.
So dinner for Thanksgiving 2021. All right.
We have rice and peas over here, son.
Nice and shelly.
Roast fish.
Wow.
A roast fish?
Yeah.
Roast fish over here, son.
Yes.
We can't show the roast fish, that's secret. We have pasta over here, son.
Pasta and sweet beans.
Oxtail.
Very expensive.
It's not turkey neck, it's a real oxtail. We have raw vegetable over here, son.
Right.
We have mutton.
Yes.
We have fried chicken.
Yes. Pumpkin pie.
We have Miss Mabel. We have pumpkin pie.
Yes.
Don't be over this one. Alright. Over here, so now we have Christmas cake. This is the Nyam Good pudding.
Alton Martin production. Cherries on top. Cherries on top. Cherries on top.
This is the Nyam Good. Get your 75.
85 US a one. Yes, of course. Yes.
What you have done for us?
Bridget Buckle Live.
Yes.
Yes.
Look at the
Watch out. Come on. No, Bridget Buckle Live.
great time.
In Atlanta.
Yes.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. Yes. Greetings across the world.
I would like to say greetings.
Greetings.
don't want something to do that time. Wait!